Nicky. Just a quick little horsepower check video here. We're not really doing any tuning on it, but you can see behind me we got this 64 Buick. So 64 Buick Skylark. And we did a crate motor in it. So we did a Blueprint 383. They rate this at 435 horsepower, I believe. And we're just gonna run it on the dyno and see what kind of power it puts to the rear wheels, just to make sure that everything is good. Motor definitely runs nice. You can see we got it nestled in there. It looks pretty nice. So it is a small block Chevy in a Buick. That is the way this car came to us, and that's what the customer wanted. So he wanted something that was a little bit more modern, but still carbureted, still, you know, something that him and his brother can work on. So I don't think there's really a whole lot else to talk about. We obviously did some headers on it, some ceramic coated headers. This engine comes with, we're a little dusty here, but got to shine up that chrome for them. But we did a bunch of other little things to the car. That, you know, we changed some power steering stuff around. We did a bunch of maintenance on it. Had a bunch of leaks and had to do a little bit of exhaust work. Well, actually, kind of a lot of exhaust work to get these headers to fit to the dual exhaust that was there. I think they're 1 3/4 inch headers to a dual 2.5 inch system. There's no X pipe or H pipe or anything in it. But yeah, as far as kind of the fun stuff, kind of pretty much you're looking at it. So I got my wideband hooked into a tailpipe sniffer, so that's not going to be the most accurate, but again, I'm not really trying to do any major tuning on it. I just want to make sure that the air fuel looks close and at idle and at wide open throttle and just kind of cruising. So I got that hooked to our old Dyno Jet tailpipe deal. So I got my Innovate hooked into this. You hook air to it, draws a Venturi, sucks through a copper tube, through a little silicone tube, and pulls exhaust across the O2 sensor in this little block here. So, and then I got it hooked up to a battery and a battery charger. It's kind of a Frankenstein setup, but I'm using Innovate's LM software, so it works pretty good for air fuel, even on a carbureted engine. I always even like to check air fuel on carbureted engines. So, and I have tuned plenty of carbureted engines using an air fuel gauge, you know, the old school ways, kind of by plugs and sound and smell and stuff like that. But I like using the newest, you know, if we got the technology, you might as well use it. So, but anyway, I'm gonna set the camera down. I'm gonna do a couple pulls here and see where we're at. It's pretty, I got it pretty warm, so let's do a rip here and see what it makes. Clean pulls there. Got my RPM trigger set up right, so 322. So that obviously repeatable. The red run obviously was the second run. I did 2 back to back there, so got a little hotter and made a little bit less down low here. But yeah, that's we've done a couple of these engines in the past, and this is right where they dyno. Now this is the rear tires, so they're rating that at the crankshaft, and we're reading it at the rear wheels. So Obviously there's a loss associated with going through the transmission, through the drive shaft, through the U-joints, through the rear end gears, out to the tires, the friction on the rollers with the tires. That's all going to show a loss, and that's why we're reading less power than, you know, on these chassis dynos than what we see on an engine dyno. So that's a pretty nice number for a, you know, little mild small block with a dual plane intake and a 750 carb. So, and these have a real small cam in them. They're nothing radical in the cam. They're super drivable. These engines work really nice for, especially for what you pay for them. They work really good. So, especially in the hot rods like this. So yeah, just a quick little video. It is rich. It's, you know, I didn't really log it. I was just watching air fuel. It's down low, it's mid 11s. Up top, it's mid 12s. That's pretty good. I mean, for a carburetor, you're always going to run a little. Carburetors like to run richer. That's just what they like. So, and I'm sure I could maybe try a little bit of timing, but I think we're hitting 34 degrees peak, and it might make another couple of 36. But he's not out racing this thing. He's just a cruiser. So yeah, that's looking pretty good. So yeah, nice little street rod. You can go cruise around in. He's had this car since it was new, so he's had it a long time. So he wanted to update it a little bit with something a little bit nicer and continue to drive it. Get the use out of it. I mean, it's a nice cruiser. We did a 5-speed transmission in it, manual trans, a Tremec. Sean made a nice little shifter bezel for the 5-speed. And that's just the old one sitting here. We just laid that here so you can take a look, but put the Buick logo on it, and you can see there's my Innovate data logger that I use for old carbureted stuff where I just need air fuel. Obviously I can't data log any of the other fuel injection stuff where I'm just doing air fuel. So yeah, that'll wrap it up for this one, and he's gonna enjoy it for the rest of this summer. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you later.